Never again. That's how often you'll rebuild your AI setup after today. Because this morning, OpenAI, Microsoft, Amazon, and Cursor agreed on one plugin format for every coding agent. And I already built one and ran the same folder inside two rival AIs on camera. By the end of this video, you'll watch one little folder, two skills, and a live MCP server install into Claude Code and into OpenAI's Codex. The same folder, unchanged. And you'll leave with the exact files and commands to build your own tonight. Here's what dropped. It's called Agent Plugins, version 1.0 at agent-plugins.org. OpenAI announced it this morning with a steering committee of Amazon, Microsoft, Cursor, and Vercel. It works day one in Codex, ChatGPT Cursor, GitHub Copilot, VS Code, and Kero. One packaging format for everything you bolt onto your agent. Build a plugin once, and it runs in all of them. Now look closer at what's inside the standard, because nobody is saying this part out loud. The skills format, invented at Anthropic. MCP, the tool protocol, invented at Anthropic. The folder layout itself, that is Claude Code's plugin structure, almost line for line. And the one company missing from the announcement is Anthropic. They standardized Claude's homework without Claude in the room. Hold that thought, because in a minute, I'll show you the receipts hiding in the terminal. The entire standard is one folder and three pieces. A manifest called plugin.json, a name, a description, 10 fields maximum. That's the whole file. A skills folder, where each subfolder holds one skill.md, plain markdown instructions your agent reads only when it needs them, and an mcp.json, which starts real tool servers. That's everything. If you can write a README, you can write a plugin. So here's the plugin I built this morning. It's called Sidekick. Skill 1, stand up. It reads your Git history and writes your daily update in a fixed format. Skill 2, commit message. It reads your stage changes and writes the commit for you. And one MCP server, scratch notes. 55 lines of plain JavaScript, 0 dependencies. That saves notes to disk and lists them back. Small on purpose. But real work you'd use every single day. Before installing anything, I validated both manifests against the official schemas, downloaded straight from agent-plugins.org. Clean pass, both files. So this folder is a 100% spec legal agent plugin. Remember that. It matters for what happens next. First rival, OpenAI's Codex. 2 commands, add the folder as a marketplace, install Sidekick. Done. But freeze the frame and look at which file Codex just read to find my plugin. .claude-plugin/marketplace.json. OpenAI's own command line navigates by a file literally named Claude. That's not a bug. That's the lineage, sitting right there in the terminal. Same folder, second agent, Claude plugin marketplace add, Claude plugin install, installed and enabled. And Claude's inventory shows both skills, plus the MCP server, costing about 80 always-on tokens. One folder, both rivals, 0 edits. Now make them work. I asked each agent for my stand-up in the same demo repo. Codex reads the skill, checks Git, and writes yesterday, today, blockers. Exactly the format the skill demands. Claude Code, same skill, same repo, same 3 sections. 2 different models from 2 rival companies, stirred by one instruction file. That's the moment this stopped being a press release for me. If one folder taming 2 rival AIs just saved your weekend, that's every video here. Subscribe free or hit join or Facebook's supporter button. Now, the plot twist. The MCP server. In Claude Code, I said, save a note that says, Claude was here. The tool fires, the note saves, and it lists right back. There's the file on disk, timestamp and all. Then Codex, and a day 1 reality check. Version 0.146 loads plugin skills, but it does not wire up the plugin's MCP servers yet. Even OpenAI's own built-in plugins skip that half so far. The fix is one line. Codex MCP add pointed at the same server file inside the plugin. Then Codex asks permission, saves the note, and lists it right back. One more honesty beat. Claude reads its server list from .mcp.json, while the standard names it mcp.json, so my folder ships both. 8 duplicated lines, and one folder works everywhere. Day 1 of any standard looks exactly like this. The direction is what matters. And the direction is unmistakable. Codex stores every installed plugin with its own metadata folder called .codex-plugin, a mirror of Claude's.claude-plugin, and OpenAI's built-in codex features, PDF handling, spreadsheets, presentations. I found them on my own machine, shipping as these exact plugins through this exact marketplace system. This is not OpenAI running an experiment. This is OpenAI moving its own product onto Claude's packaging and calling it a standard. So here's what actually changed for you this morning. Every hour you've sunk into your agent setup, skills, servers, workflows, used to be trapped inside one tool. And that trap is what kept you loyal. Now, the folder follows you. A better model drops next month. Switching costs 30 seconds, not a weekend. Your setup compounds instead of resetting to zero. As for Anthropic, their inventions just became everyone's infrastructure. And you just watched Claude Code quietly run the new standard before Anthropic said a word about it. Here's your move tonight, and it's beginner friendly. Make a folder, add a plugin, .json with a name. Add one skill, one markdown file describing something you repeat every week. Add the marketplace file, point your agent at it, install. That's genuinely all of it. The complete sidekick source is in a free PDF. Every file, every command, plus the codex fix. Comment the word portable, and I'll send it or grab it at hyperautomationlabs.co/free/portable. Starting from zero. My beginner guides are linked below. Real talk. 90% of you watching haven't subscribed. On Facebook, subscribe is the supporter button. That is what keeps the lights on here. On YouTube, it's free and it tells the algorithm to send you more. Subscribe to support us. The next time a better AI drops, you won't watch from the sidelines dreading the rebuild. You'll move your whole setup in one command. Because as of this morning, it finally belongs to you.